Shalisa? Yeah, this me. Yo, what up, cat? What's up? Yo, we going to the party tonight? Word up. What you in? I don't know. I'll probably put on my black leggings and my Tommy Hilfiger t-shirt because it's like hot outside. Word up. I'll put on my shorts and get jiggity for the fellas. Word up. You go ahead? Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look right for the niggas. You know what I'm saying? Alright, yo, that shit gonna be ill. Alright, yeah.
It was Friday afternoon in the middle of June. Heineken bottle caps and the aroma of boom. Around the time everybody just got home from class, shooting dice, talking shit, hoping the cash would last. Yo, this was around the time when I didn't know no better. Judy rolled around in the tinted out Jetta.
Then he introduced me to that hydro smoke, and I took one too. Yo, I almost choked. See, I never smoked before, so my nerves got shot. Then he told me about the party at the spot Jam Rock. It was guaranteed on, but I said, son, chill. There's a joint around the way that's supposed to be real. Word.
He said, we got all day, so we gonna do it right. Hit your man's joint first and Jam rockin' one night. Then I said, alright. Then I hopped inside the jetty. Let me take a shower, I'm sweaty, and then I'll be ready. Tonight is the night I get my groove on steady and get my drink on with that Ford named Betty. I went upstairs to get fly, smoke my tie, no some liquor to meet my hot quicker. Now I'm tight demo. The party is the MO. Me and my crew, we get it started like a demo. 11 in the evening, I'm feeling like a evening. This thing is going down, and I highly doubt I'm leaving booty cheeks, heart emotion, and the kids was drinking potion. Word is born that black moon joint got me open.
Yo, the DJ put the script through on that good shit that made the kid lose his grip. Blend around the tip topping. Got these shorties topping. Number copping. Ain't no stopping me now. Yo, I'm bound to win. Till that thing kicked in. The Alizé had me stuck. I don't know where to begin.
Now I'm feeling kinda jaded. While incoherent, me and the fellas started acting irreverent, but grabbing, mad laughing, just asking.
Then that shit caught up, these shorties looking fed up. They said you jonesing with this one, you jibbing with that one.
Hey yo, I'm just doing my thing, yo, I'm just having fun. You don't see me in here wildin', pulling out no gun. Yo, I see some of that thing, girl, and I want some. So let's step inside the corner so that we can rap on over this bumpin' ass song and plus some Imperial.
I hit you with the good loving plus filet mignon.
Yeah, Spammy Spams, that's that same old song. Hey yo, tell me why the hell your breath smells so strong.
You put some brakes on your yapping or you won't live long.
Please, nigga, push on.
Alright, Scram, see you later. Can't mess with the street sharks or these alligators.
I can't take it no more. Yo, it's damn near 4. I've been partying and drinking since I came out my door.
Look at these kids about to mix it. Saying, where's the exit?
Son jetted to the right and got the burner out the Lexus.
Hey yo, he cocked his joint back like he's about to let him have it.
Kid, I kept it moving like the Energizer rabbit.
Hey yo, it's time to date. Ain't no time to contemplate.
Whoops, look at it, here's Jake.
Alright, you guys want to move the cars? Come on. Let's go.
Yo, boy, yo, that shit fucked up, man. Yo, that nigga fucking pulls out the burner like that.
You know what? Niggas always asking out, man. Niggas always asking out, man.
What you think, man?
You can't even have a go on a hot summer night, man. Sorry, man. Hold up. This hot shit niggas acting stupid.
Yo.
Niggas be acting stupid in this hot weather, baby. 3 o'clock in the morning. Nigga, come on, man. I'm tired of these funny style niggas, man. Hotter than a winter truck, son. What's up, man?
Get in the car, man.
Come on, man. Get in, man. Hot as hell. I need some AC, man.
Mom, I can't close the door, you fat boy.
Because your fat ass.
Come on, man. It ain't no Muhammad,
Yo,
man.
y'all shut the fuck up, man. Y'all in my motherfucking car, man.
Yo,
What's good, Sonic?
Talking to me like that, man.
I'm saying,
Yeah,
hold on,
baby.
can I say something, please, man?
What's up?
What's good, bro?
Yo, every fucking time, man, we go out, man. We always getting fucking total fuck down. These bros be fucking shamming like it's fucking
Jamal, you
tomorrow's
hot, man?
born. And I'm tired of it, man. I'm 22 years old, and I get crazy high every time I go to a party, man. And nothing,
man.
and this stupid shit be jumping off, man.
I ain't gonna front. I agree, man. Word up.
Yo, I can't have this no more. I gotta find something new.
Yo, yo, Ray. I can't feel my face. My heart pounding and shit. Paranoid's a motherfucker right now. Who the fuck closed them blinds and shit? Who that? Captain Kirk? This fucker's the Stark Enterprise, the Enterprise shit outside or some shit? Oh, I need some pussy there. I'm ready to fuck Catwoman or something. Fuck it, let's go. Hey yo, Sharif, go to the store for me. Whoever got the kilos got the candy, I need some raisins in a fresh box of baggies. The ones with the 10 in them. You never catch the kid going hand in hand. Yo, son, turn that water down a little bit. Just a little bit. Once you got the funds, you got the panties, man. 2 waters. A Dutch and a cranberry snap. Throughout I-95, I'm the handyman. Bricks, short caps, powder. Cooked up crack, phones is tapped over Franklin stacks. Kingpins putting bullpens. Old connects get paro. Break out of town when the Jakes take down the Pharaoh. Reason he was moving that Peruvian white. Blowing coolies in the hoopty, slamming cuties and ice. Big heavy pots over hot stoves. Mayonnaise jars and water with rocks in them. Got my whole project out of order. Kilo is 1,000 grams. Beige, gold, brown, dirty, fluffy tin. Extract oil come from Cuban plants. The chemists is brolic, Pyrex scholars. Professors at war. Overall, killing partners for $1 million.
All around the world today, the kilo is a measure.
Whoever got the kilos got the candy, man.
Kilo is 1,000 grams. Easy to remember.
You never catch the kid going hand in hand.
All around the world today, the kilo is a measure.
Once you got the funds, you got the panties, man.
Kilo is 1,000 grams.
Yeah.
Easy to remember.
Throughout I-95, I'm the handyman.
Peace to those cooking that raw. Powder white, get your sniff on. Scarface niggas, we getting right. Some call it bricks, some call it birds. How many niggas get their lives took and playing with shit? Then catch a curve, you would go to jail. Get caught with this, niggas will grow to fail. Stop playing, pot slaying, baking soda and scales. They live like brothers, word life, connect the stuff. But most niggas get hard from fucking with them pipes and hustlers. Kilos is 1,000 grams. You know your ammo better be heavy, cause soon kids is coming in camo. Protect your land, daddy, I'm an announcer. You get caught with an ounce, it's over. Matter of fact, they taking you down, son.
All around the world today, the kilo is a measure.
Whoever got the kilos got the candy, man.
Kilo is 1,000 grams. Easy to remember.
You never catch the kid going hand in hand.
All around the world today, the kilo is a measure.
Once you got the funds, you got the panties, man.
Kilo is 1,000 grams. Easy to remember.
Throughout I-95, I'm the handyman. Say your drug dealer's destiny is reaching the king. I'd rather be the man behind the door supplying the streets. 100 birds go out looking like textbooks. When they wrapped in stuff, 4 days later, straight cash, $2 million. Strictly powder, no cut. Your coke is balanced, what's up? Y'all beefing over little shit. We sniff the balance, split up in the plane or a penthouse, office or a warehouse. Tony got it nice, we never heard of any big droughts. Kilo is 1,000 grams. A pile of sand is equivalent to the eye. It's nice to have 1,000 fans. Coke buyers, some be liars. Therefore, you check for wires. Dedicated dealers during holidays. We give them lighters. Red tops, blue tops, green tops, yellow tops, purple tops, beige tops, white tops, gray tops, black tops, clear tops, gold tops, pink tops, silver tops, tan tops, aqua tops, orange tops, tall tops, long tops, short tops, 12, 12s, 58, 58s, weed bags, ziplocs, big rocks, coke spots, 2 Glocks, 1 ox, crumbs chop, hot pots, 1 plate, crack spot.
All around the world today, the kilo is a measure.
Whoever got the kilos got the candy, man.
Kilo is 1,000 grams. Easy to remember.
You never catch the kid going hand in hand.
All around the world today, the kilo is a measure.
Once you got the funds, you got the panties, man.
Kilo is 1,000 grams. Easy to remember.
Throughout I-95, I'm the handyman, handyman.
That's dope, man. I'm glad, man.
Yeah. L.O.G. Keith Murray. That's wrong.
Gen Con? Probably. I mean, I got vaccinated, man, so yeah, I probably will. The Ghostface, man, that was from Fish Scale.
Can't keep running away. Can't keep running away. Can't keep running away. Can't keep running away.
I must have been on some occasions. I went out like a punk in a chunk, or a sucker or something to that effect. Respect I used to never get, cause all I got was upset when niggas used to be like, and try to sweat a nigga like the lip. For no reason at all, I can't recall if niggas rolling C's in my face. Down the hall, kicking it in the back of the school, eating chicken at 3. Wondering why's everybody always picking on me. I tried to talk and tell them, chill, I did nothing to deserve this. But when it didn't work, I wasn't scared, just real nervous and unprepared to deal with scrapping, no doubt. My pappy never told me how to knock a nigga out. But now in 95, I was surviving, a man on my own. Fuck around with fat lip, yes, shit get blown. I'm not trying to show no macho is shown, but when it's on, then it's on.
Keep running away. Can't keep running away. Can't keep running away. Can't keep running away. One, two, so listen here. Come on. There comes a time in every man's life when he's gotta handle shit up on his own. Can't depend on friends to help you in a squeeze, please. They got problems of their own. Therefore they count on 7 chicken shits. Don't get to heaven till they face these fears and these fears on. Just to get back up in high school, I played it cool just so some real shit won't get full blown. Being where I'm from, they let the smoke come quicker than an evil redneck can let a helpless color figure. And as a victim, I have been low key, till the keyhole itself got lower than me. So I stood up and let my free form for free. Said I'm gonna get something before they knock it out me. I don't sweat it, I let the bullshit blow in the breeze. In other words, just a breeze. Yeah. Can't keep running away. Can't keep running away. Can't keep running away.
It's 1995, and now that I'm older, stress weighs on my shoulders, heavy as boulders. But I told y'all, until the day that I die, I still will be a soldier. That's all I told ya, that's all I showed ya, that's all I told ya. Calamity is ripping my sanity, can it be? That I'm a celebrity on the brain. Now don't be wishing of switching any positions with me. Cause when you in my position, it ain't never easy to do any type of maintaining. Cause all the gaming and training from entertaining is hella straining to the brain. But I can't keep running, I just gotta keep keen and cunning.
Can't keep running away. 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 Can't keep
So you wanna be hardcore with your hat to the back, talking about the gaps in your raps, but I can't feel that hardcore appeal that you're screaming. Maybe I'm dreaming. This ain't Christopher Williams, still some. You got the feel one, caps I got the feel some. To let niggas know that if you fuck with big and heavy, I get up in that ass like a wedgie. Says who? Says me, the lyrical. Niggas saying Biggie off the street, it's a miracle. Left the drugs alone, took the dubs along with me. Just for niggas acting shifty. Sticks and stones break bones, but they gotta kill you quicker. Especially when I'm drunk off the liquor. Smoking drunk by the boxes, packing boxes. It's natural to eat your niggas like chocolates. The fuck, baby. roaches from staying in my business. What is this? Relentless approach to know if I'm broke. Not just cause I joke and smoke a lot, don't mean I don't tote the Glock. 16 shots for my niggas in the pen until we motherfucking meet again. I'm doing rhymes now, fuck the crimes now. Come on the app, I'm real hard to find now, cause I'm knee deep in the beats. In the Land Cruiser Jeep with the Mac 10 by the seats. For the jackers, the jealous ass crackers in the I make you prove that it's bulletproof. Hold your head, cause when you hit the bricks, I got gin mad blunts and bitches sucking dick. The fuck, baby. So I guess you know the story, the rap side, track side, how I smoke, smack bitches on the backside. Bed-Stuy, the place where my head rests, 50 shot clip if a nigga want that. The rocket launcher, Biggie stomps ya, high as a motherfucking helicopter. That's why I pack a Nina, fuck a misdemeanor, beating motherfuckers like Ike beat Tina. What's love got to do when I'm ripping all through your whole crew? Strapped like bamboo, but I don't sling guns. I got bags of funk and it's selling by the tons. Niggas wanna know how I live the Mac life, making money smoking mics like crack pipes. It's type simple and plain to maintain. I add a little funk to the brain, the funk baby. The funk baby. I'm ready for that store to the mob in the motherfucker house. Go beat that beats, bad boy full of fat. Big small, funk baby, machine gun funk baby, all you wanna know is peace and love.
I stagger in the gathering, possessed by a pattern that be scattering. Over the global, my vocals be traveling, unraveling my abdomen and slime is babbling. Grammatics that are masculine, I grab them in, verbally badgering broads, I wish them Madeline was back on video LP. I went against all odds and got it even Steven. Proceeded reading, I believe in everything I'm reading, but my brain was bleeding, needing feeding and exercise. I didn't seek the best of odds. This a lot of text and lies I analyze, where I rest my eyes and chastise the best of guys with punchlines. I'm nesting when it's crunch time. Play your mind like one time and poetry was pussy. I be sunshine, cause I deliver like the sunshines. Confined in one's minds, I dumb rhymes, I combine. I'm hype like I'm unsigned. My diet, I unswine. Eating beef sometimes, I'm trying to cut back on that shit. This rap shit is truly out of control. My style is too developed to be arrested. It's the freestyle. So now it's out on parole. They tried to hold my soul in a holding cell, so I was sell. I bonded with a break and had enough to make bail while misdemeanor fell on his knee for the jury. I asked no for his ID and the judge thought it was two of me. Motion for a recess to retest my fingerprints. Stay relinquished since, cause I was guilty of the sins.
College all day, man. This is college, man.
I by the rhythm like a swim bike. When in dim light, I use insight to enlight the right shit to skin tight. Words of wisdom well from my windpipe. Imaginations in flight, I send light like Vince Kite. I've been right. Get open like on gym nights and in fights I send rights. Don't look with skins my friends like I spend nights up in nights. In spite I've been indicted as a freak of all trades. I got it made. I paid the bass lines, wrist to wrist, flying drums. Come from a tribe of bums, hook on Negro and mums. Had to halt with them. Mall liquor, cause off the mall liquor, I fought niggas. Now my speech and thoughts quicker. Cruise the south side streets with no heat and no sticker. You, I got my back and we don't get no thicker. You, I got my back and we don't get no thicker. You, I got my back and we don't. Now check it. I'm a hoe but not a hoe nigga. Ain't scared of no nigga. When it's my turn to go, I gotta go. And I'm going with the storm.
Let freedom ring with a buckshot, but not just yet. First, we need to truly understand the nature of the threat. And a pale man walks in the threshold of darkness. Roughly 20,000 years ago, the first humans evolved with the phenotypical trait. Genetic recessive, blue eyes, blonde hair, and white skin. Albinism apparently was a sin to the original man, African, so the mutants travel north of the equator. Go Europeans later, the first race haters. So here's the devil's alpha to the beta. Cause history's best qualified to teach one. Quoting German philosopher Schopenhauer, every white man is a faded or a bleached one. Migration created further mutation. Genetic drifts, evolution through recombination. Adaptation to the climate. As the Caucasus Mountain man reverted to that of a primate. Savage Neanderthals until the late Paleolithic age. That's when the Black Grimaldi man came. With the symbol of the dragon, fire and art. JK paintings in France and Spain to the Venus of Willendorf. Around 2000 BC, Southern Russians migrating small units. Those who travel west populated Europe. Those who went east settled in Iran, known as Aryans. 1500 BC, some crossed the Khyber Pass into India and created Hinduism. The first caste system, the origins of racism. A white dot on the forehead meant delete. The black dot defeat, untrustable, untouchables. They wrote the Holy Vedas in Sanskrit. That's the language that created Greek, German, Latin, and English. Now the Minoans around 2000 BC starts on the island of Crete in the Aegean Sea. The Greek culture begins Western civilization, but Western civilization means white domination. Mycenaeans learned from command called Egypt and Greek. It existed since at least 3000 BC, creating geometry and astronomy. This knowledge influenced Plato, Socrates, and Hippocrates. Cause Imhotep, the real father of medicine, was worshipped in Greece and Rome in the form of a black African. The word Africa comes from the Greek Afrik, meaning without code. The word philosophy means love of knowledge, stole from the first man. Greek power expands. The first Greek fraternities banned. The word gymnasium is Greek for naked. This was the place where adolescent boys were educated and molested. This was accepted because Greek culture was homosexual. For example, Sappho trained girls on the island of Lesbos, hence the word lesbian.
Hey, let these dumb motherfuckers know.
December 25th, the birth of Saturn, a homosexual god. Now check the historical pattern. December 25th, now thought the birth of Christ was Saturnalia. When men got drunk, fucked each other, then beat their wife. Fact is, it was still practiced till they called it Christmas. So put a gerbil on your Christmas list. The Hellenistic era, Alexander the Great conquers all the way to India, leaving 4 successive states. By the 5th century BC, Rome succeeds to be the conqueror of Egypt and Greece, but had the threat of the Black Phoenicians in Sicily. The Punic Wars began 264 BC. The Black general Hannibal and Carthaginian peace. In 146 BC, Carthage fell after a 6-month siege. Rome sold every citizen in slavery, the first genocide of history. and more bisexuality in sight. Julius Caesar was known as every woman's husband and every man's wife. Spartacus revolt, slave rebellion at loss, with 6,000 slaves was nailed on a cross. Oh shit, Jesus Christ, time for some act right. Christians, get your facts right. His Christ was not his name. That's Greek for one who was anointed. Yahshua ben Yosef was his name. Do Christians know this? So who do you praise? Do you know his name? Or do you do this in vain? Accepting the religion they gave slaves to behave. Peep the description of a story in Josephus. Short, dark, with an underdeveloped beard was Jesus. He had the Romans fearing revolution. The solution was to take him to court and falsely accuse him. After being murdered by Pilate, how can it be these same white Romans established Christianity? Constantine would later see the cross in a dream. In his vision, it read, "In Hawk, Signal Walker, and this side we conquer, manifest destiny." In 325, he convened the Nicene Creed and separated God into three. Decided Jesus was born on December 25th and raising on the third day is a myth. Plus to deceive us, commissioned Michelangelo to paint white pictures of Jesus. He used his aunt, uncle, and nephew. Subconsciously, that affects you. It makes you put white people closer to God.
Yo, man got game like a motherfucker.
True indeed, fuck it, jihad. In the 8th century, Muslims conquered Spain, Portugal, and France and controlled it for 700 years. They never mention this in history class, cause old faiths are threatened when you get the real lesson. Moors from Baghdad, Turkey threaten European Christians, meaning the white way of life. Hence the Crusades for Christ. On November 25th, 1491, Santiago defeats the last Muslim stronghold, Granada. King Ferdinand gave thanks to God for victory, and the Pope of Rome declared this day to forever be a day of thanksgiving for all European Christians. Now listen. When you celebrate Thanksgiving, what you are actually celebrating is the proclamation of the Pope of Rome, who later in league with Queen Isabella sent Cardinal Ximenes to Spain to murder any blacks that resisted Christianity. These Moors, these black men and women, were from Baghdad, Turkey. And today you eat the turkey for your Thanksgiving Day as the European powers destroyed the turkeys who were the forefathers of your mothers and fathers.
Get on the ground.
Now fight the power, bitch ass niggas.
Get down.
Now around this time, whites started calling us Negroes. That's Spanish for black object, meaning we're not really people but property. And the triangle trade begins, they seize us. Queen Elizabeth sent the first slaves on a ship named Jesus. Stealing land from the indigenous natives, gave them alcohol to keep the red man intoxicated. Whites claim they had to civilize these pagan animals, but up until 1848, there's documented cases of whites being the savage cannibals. Eating Indians. In 1992 was Jeffrey Dahmer. They slaughtered a whole race with guns, drugs, priests, and nuns. 1763, the first demonic tactic of biological warfare. As tokens of peace, Sir Jeffrey Amherst passed out clothing and blankets to the Indian community. Infested with smallpox, knowing they had no immunity. Today it's age, you best believe it's man-made. Cause ain't a damn thing changed. Let me explain. Now, since people of color are genetically dominant and Caucasoids are genetically recessive, and whites expect to be predominant, meaning survive as a race, then they simply must take precautions. That's why they're worried about the future now. Because by 2050, almost all the Earth's population will be brown and black. So understanding that, whites counter-react.
I'm saying, man, the fools ain't nothing but a teaspoon of milk in the world color majority.
So they created a system to force blacks into an unnatural position that reinforces the position of natural inferiority. In addition, created guns and developed the ethnocentric view that God justifies every fucking thing they do. Condition people to perceive whites' culture as civilized and every other culture considered primitive. Not true. Racism is the system of racial subjugation against non-whites in every areas of human relation. Entertainment, education, labor, politics, law, religion, sex, war, and economics. See, blacks with 3/5 of a man with tax purposes intended. You think you're Afro-American, you're a 14th Amendment and a good nigga. Jews don't salute the fucking swastika, but niggas pledge allegiance to the flag that accosted you. They never teach about the breaker islands like Jamaica. But before slaves came here, whites would take a pregnant woman, hang her from a tree by her toes, slice her stomach with a knife and let the unborn baby fall to the floor. They stop an unborn child in front of all the slaves to end breed fear so they be scared, behave, and not rebel, move. Understand, all whites must be perceived as potential predators. I paraphrase historian Ishaka Musa Berashenko. Understand that regardless of the lofty ideas engraved on paper in such documents as the Constitution or Declaration, the basic nature of the European American white man remains virtually unchanged. So check. This is the nature of the threat.
And yes, y'all, you are now in tune to the sounds of
of the legendary foundation. You listen and stop what you're doing and set it in motion. It's the next movement. You listen and stop what you're doing and set it in motion. It's the next. We got the ha-ha music, the ha music, the ha-ha music, ha music, the ha-ha music, the hot music, the hot music, hot music. Yo, 1, 2, that's how we usually start. Once again, it's the thought, the Dalai Lama of the mic, the Prime Minister thought. This directed to whoever it listening frames. Yo, the whole state of things in the world about to change. Black rain falling from the sky looks strange. The ghetto was red hot, we stepping on flame. Yo, it's inflation on the price for fame, and it was all the same. But then the antidote came. The black thought, L syllabus out the fifth. This heavyweight rap shit I'm about to live like a father lift up his seed to sunlight. I plug in the mic, roar like a gunfight. I never use a cordless or stand for portless. Sipping chlorophyll out of L silver gauntlets. I'm like a faucet, monopoly's the object. There ain't no way to cut this tap. You got to get wet. Your head is throbbing and I ain't said shit yet. The roots to the next movement. Come on. And yes, y'all, you are now in tune to the sounds of the legendary foundations. Check it out. Yeah, you go, hey, you listen and stop what you're doing and set it in motion. It's the next movement. You listen and stop what you're doing and set it in motion. It's the next movement. We got the ha-ha music, the hot music, the ha-ha music, hot music, the ha-ha music, the hot music, the ha-ha music, hot music. Word up, the formation of words to fit. That's what I usually disturb you with. A lot of rappers never heard of this, or know half the time it is. You doubt the elephant, what could you accomplish? Whether they skywriting your name or you anonymous, you be speechless for singing sinuses. The roots royal highnesses through your monitors. I tilt my crown, dimple down a diamond kiss. You need to buy a CD and stop rewinding this. I'm the finalist, shining like a rugged amethyst. And at your music conference, I'm the panelist. Listen close to my poetry, I examine this like an analyst to see if you can handle it. Check it out. You got the groove. MCs, freeze, stand still. Nobody move unless you're dealing with the next movement. The P5D beats them on you, man. I live my life nice, but I'm not you, man. You theatrical as a 4-way play. This ain't rent. 100% straight out the basement. Spreading this across the planet on some next shit. How many people feeling this love music? Come on. Stop what you're doing and set it in motion. It's the next movement. You listen and stop what you're doing and set it in motion. It's the next movement. We got the hot music, 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 the hot. Check it out, 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 come on, check it out, check it out, come on, yeah, check it out, check it out. Yeah. Hey, yo, Black, it's time. Word, timing. It's time, man. Alright, man. Begin. Yeah. Straight out the fucking dungeons of rap. Where fake niggas don't make it back. I don't know how to start this shit.
Rappers are monkey flipping with the funky rhythm I be kicking. Musician, inflicting composition of pain. I'm like Scarface, sniffing cocaine, holding the M16. See with the pen I'm extreme. Now, bullet holes left in my peep holes. I'm suited up with street clothes. Hand me a 9 and out defeat foes. Y'all know my stilo, with or without the airplay. I keep some E and J, sitting bent up in the stairway, or either on the corner betting grants with the CeeLo champs. Laughing at bass heads, trying to sell some broken amps. G-Packs get off quick forever, niggas talk shit. Reminiscing about the last time the task force flipped. Niggas be running through the block shooting. Time to start the revolution. Catch a body head for Houston. Once they caught us off guard, the Mac 10 was in the grass and I ran like a cheetah with thoughts of an assassin. Picked the Mac up, Joe Brothers back up. The Mac spit, lead was hitting niggas. One ran, I made a backflip. Heard a few chicks scream, my arm shook, couldn't look. Gave another squeeze, heard it click. Yo, my shit is stuck. Tried to cock it, it wouldn't shoot. Now I'm in danger. Finally pulled it back and saw 3 bullets caught up in the chamber. So now I'm jetting to the building lobby, and it was full of children, probably couldn't see as high as I be. It's like the game ain't the same. Got younger niggas pulling the triggers, bringing fame to their name and claim some corners. Crews without guns or corners. In broad daylight, stick up kids, they run up on us. 4-5s and gauges, max and facts. Same niggas that catch you back to back, catching your cracks in black. There was a snitch on the block, getting niggas knocked. So hold your stats till the coke price drop. I know this crackhead who says she gotta smoke nice rock, and if it's good, you bring your customers and measuring plots. But yo, you gotta slide on a vacation. Inside information keeps large niggas erasing and they wild spacing. It drops deep as it does in my breath. I never sleep, cause sleep is the cousin of death. Beyond the walls of intelligence, life is defined. I think of crime when I'm in a New York state of mind. State of mind.
Your state of mind. Your state of mind. Your state of mind. Your state
We
of
having
mind.
dreams that I'm a gangster, drinking Moet's, holding texts, making sure the cash came correct. Then I step investments and stock, sewing up the box to sell rocks, winning gunfights with mega cops. But just a nigga walking with his finger on the trigger, make enough figures until my pockets get bigger. I ain't the type of brother made for you to start testing. Give me a Smith & Wesson, I have niggas undressing, thinking of cash flow, Buddha and shelter. Whenever frustrated, I'ma hijack Delta and the PJs. My blend tape plays, bullets and strays. Young bitches is braids. Each block is like a maze full of black rats trapped. Plus the outlet is packed. From what I hear in all the stories, when my peoples come back black, I'm living where the nights is jet black. The fiends fight to get crack. I just max. I dream I could sit back and lamp like Capone with drug strips on. All the legal luxury life, rings flooded with stones homes. I got so many rhymes, I don't think I'm too sane. Life is parallel to hell, but I must maintain it be prosperous. Though we live dangerous, cops could just arrest me, blaming us for held like hostages. It's only right that I was born to use mics, and the stuff that I write is even tougher than dice. I'm taking rappers to a new plateau through rap slow. My rhyming is a vitamin, hell without a capsule. The smooth criminal on beat breaks. Never put me in your box if your shit eats tape. The city never sleeps, full of villains and creeps. That's where I learned to do my hustle, had to scuffle with freaks. I'm an addict for sneakers, 20s a Buddha and bitches with beepers. In the streets I could reach her, about blunts I teach her. Inhale deep like the words in my breath. I never sleep, cause sleep is the cousin of death. I lay puzzle as I backtrack to earlier times. Nothing's equivalent to the New York state of mind. State of mind.
Your state of mind. Your state of mind. Your state of mind. Your state of mind.
Check it out now. I work the pen to make the ink transform on any particular surface the pen lands on. I care if it's hands on. What's the beef? The coolie high code G's, high post techniques, I drape off poetic landscapes and shapes, illustrate the paper space off the pens that paint. The design would have it National Geographic or Magic with tailor-made status and plus flavor that's automatic.
We're not falling, we're taking back to the days of yes, y'allin'. We're holding on to what's golden.
We're falling,
We're not falling, a shot calling. We're taking back to the days of yes, y'allin'. We're holding on to what's golden.
On the stage, I rage and I'm rolling. Melancholy, mundane, sauteed, a hot flame, big rings, fat chains, they all quest for the same. No name, huge fame, strictly new to the thing. We stay true to the game and never bring it to shame. We tight like dreadlocks, a red fox and ripple. We pass participles and smash the artist in you. The saga continues. This I won't get into, cause there ain't enough bars to hold the drama that we've been through.
Yo, we still the same with a little fame, a little change in the household name, but ain't too much change. We in the game, yo, but not to be vain. I refrain from salt grains to season up my name. We entertain for a mutual gain from close range. Steady aim, a drum at your head to hit the brain. I'm labor ready, roll scholar for the dollar. Work for mines, pay me by the hour.
We're not falling, we take it back to the days of yes, y'allin'. We're holding on to what's golden.
On the stage, I rage and I'm rolling.
We're not falling, a shot calling. We take it back to the days of yes, y'allin'. We're holding on to what's golden.
On the stage, I rage and I'm rolling.
Music, that music, new 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 music, that music.
Yo, well, it's the verbal Herman Monster, the word enhancer, sick of phony mobsters controlling the dance floor. I'm in them dark places, catch you when you start naked. Your heart races as we pump you for your chart spaces. Then taunt tastes be bringing these hot styles through. Some of you bum a few cheers from shock value. Word power can plow through acres of cornfields. Paragraphs cut like warm steel, perform ill.
We're not falling, we take it back to the days of yes, y'allin'. We're holding on to what's golden.
On the stage, I rage and I'm rolling.
We're not falling, a shot calling. We take it back to the days of yes, y'allin'. We're holding on to what's golden.
On the stage, I rage and I'm rolling.
Hey, sucker nigga, whoever you are. Hey, sucker nigga, whoever you are. Hey, sucker nigga, hey, sucker nigga. Whoever you are, whoever you are. Hey, sucker nigga, whoever you are. Hey, sucker nigga, whoever you are.
Yeah, that's good. Get my vocals a little bit. The other baseline. I be hating sucker MCs and the sucker niggas, posing like they hard when we know they damn hard. What you figure? Round wise, I do the figure 8 so concisely. Musically, we are the herbs, so sit back and like me. Inhale. My style is kind of fat, reminiscent of a whale. Young girls' desires for the females' dreams. I'll be the abstract poetic representing for Queens. Socially, I'm not a name, black and white got game. If you came to the jam, well, I'm glad you came. See, nigga first was used back in the deep south, falling out between the dome of the white man's mouth. It means that we will never grow. You know the word dummy. Upper niggas in the community think it's crummy, but I don't. Neither does the youth, cause we embrace adversity. It goes right with the race, and being that we use it as a term of endearment, niggas start to bug to the dome is where the fear went. Now the little shorty say it all of the time, and a whole bunch of niggas stole the word and they rhyme. Yo, I start to flinch as I try not to say it, but my lips is like the ooh-wop as I start to spray it. My lips is like the ooh-wop as I start to spray it. My lips is like the ooh-wop as I start to spray it. The sucker nigga, nigga, I throw the sucker in the front for the ones that front. The sucker niggas, nigga, I throw the sucker in the front for the ones that front. The sucker niggas, nigga, I throw the sucker in the front for the ones that front. The sucker niggas, nigga, it's the neo nigga of the 90s. Come on. hating sucker MCs and the sucker niggas. Posing like they hard when we know they damn caught with your figure. Rhyme wise, I do the figure 8 so concisely. Musically, we all the herbs, so sit back and like me. Inhale. My style is kinda fat, reminiscent of a whale. Young girls' desires hold the female's dreams. I'll be the abstract poetic representative of Queens. Socially, I'm not a name, black and white got game. If you came to the jam, well, I'm glad you came. See, nigga first is used down in the deep south, falling out between the dome of the white man's mouth. It means that we will never grow. You know the word to me. Upper niggas in the community think it's crummy, but I know now that does the youth, cause we embrace adversity. It goes right with the race. Yo, I start to flinch as I try not to say it, but my lips is like a ooh-wop as I start to spray it. My lips is like a ooh-wop as I start to spray it. My lips is like a ooh-wop. Yo, you know that that's the sucker niggas. Niggas, I throw the sucker in the front over ones that front the sucker niggas. Nigga, I throw the suckers in the front over ones that front the sucker niggas. Nigga, I throw the sucker in the front over ones that front the sucker niggas. Nigga, hey yo, Shaheed, take us the fuck out of here.
You're not any less of a man if you don't pull the trigger. You're not necessarily a man if you do.
I want to deal with a bigger insult, man. The heat. It's coming down hard. We got to get our shit together.
It's time to go left and not right. Gotta get it together forever. Gotta get it together for brothers. Gotta get it together for sisters. For mothers and fathers and dead niggas. For non-conformists, one-hitter quitters. For Tyson types and shade figures. Let's get it together. Come on, let's make it.
Gotta make it
to make it
to make it
to make it
to make something happen.
To make something happen.
To make something happen. Let's make something happen. Word to Viper, gonna bring it to the overlord. Drinking Cisco, chilling with the gold microphone cords. And we grip our balls every time we startin' on tour. Cause we never bore, responding to the ready crowds roar. And promoters try to hit us with the audible. We about our business, we not quitters, not bullshitters. We deliver, we go getters. Don't be bitter, cause we not just niggas.
Jerobe, my fiber woven to different cloth. Ain't nothing forbidden, this nigga kid is written off. Hardest spit in the city, y'all make you spitting, getting so confused in the maze. Shook up with your brain, missing lost and planning for our future people. None of our people involved. Pouring Henny and smearing off, the kid and cracking off and smearing off, completely turn the Molotov. Molotov the spaceship door before that bitch is taking off. And always seems the poorest persons, the people forsaken dog, the Washingtons, Jeffersons, Jacksons on the captain's log. They'd rather leave us to the grayest water, poison deli smog. Mass unblackening is happening, you feel it, y'all. I'd rather see we in a 3x3 structure with many bars. Leave us where we are so they can play among the stars. We taking off the Mars, got the space vessels overflowing. What you think they want us there? All us niggas not going.
Reputation ain't glowing, reparations ain't flowing. If you find yourself stuck in the creek, you better start rowing. Used to see the TV screen as a place I land my dream. And the car stereo, where they would promote the show. Optimistic little brother with a little hope, you know. Space program for niggas, yo, you stuck, kid, nigga. There ain't a space program for niggas, yo, you stuck, kid, nigga. There ain't a space program for niggas, yo, you stuck, kid, nigga. There ain't a space program for niggas, yo, you stop. Sit and wonder sometimes, I read the paper every day. All these happenings are singular, just happen different ways. And the president's refined in her wings, she's confined with about 30 Percocets and 5 bottles of wine. Carolina, nothing finer than a black woman who climbs to the top of the state building, claiming that their flag is mine. Now people on top of people feels like we can't breathe. Put so much in this motherfucker, feel like we should leave. Put it on TV, put it in movies, put it in our face. These notions and ideas of citizens live in this space. I chuckle just like all of y'all. Absurdity, after all, takes money to get it running and money for trees on fall. Imagine for 1 second all my people of color, please. Imagine for 1 second all the people in poverty, no matter the skin tone, culture or time zone. Think the ones who got it would even think to throw you a bone? Moved you out your neighborhood, did they find you a home? Non-cypher, probably no place to. Imagine if the shit was really talking about space, dude. Imagine if the shit was really talking about space, dude. Imagine if the shit was really talking about.
Time to go left and not right. Gotta get it together forever. Gotta get it together for brothers. Gotta get it together for sisters, for mothers and fathers and dead niggas, for non-conformers, one hit or quitters, for Tyson types and trade figures. Let's make something happen. Let's make something happen. Let's make something happen. Let's make something happen. Gotta get it together for brothers. Gotta get it together for sisters, for mothers and fathers and dead niggas, for non-conformers, one hit or quitters, for Tyson types and trade figures. Make. Let's make something happen. Let's make something happen. Let's make something happen. Let's make something happen. Gotta get it together forever. Gotta get it.
On Catherine, the Senate passed the newly named Innovation. And Competition Act yesterday, 68-32. It focuses on technology, innovation, and research in order to counter the threat from China. It now heads to the House. But even more important than this is President Biden's executive order last week concerning the so-called blacklist of companies investing in Chinese companies. Joining me right now to discuss all of this is former Senior Director of International Economic Affairs at the Reagan National Security Council. He is the former Chairman of the Congressional U.S.-China Economic and Security Review Commission, Roger Robinson Jr. Roger, it's great to have you back. Thanks very much for being here this morning. I've got President Biden's executive order here from last Thursday, and I want to get your take on this. Does it have teeth? First, assess how important this tool is for the U.S. in terms of its pushback on bad behavior from communist China. We have the wherewithal in this country to either approve or not investing in Chinese companies that are tied to the Chinese military. Your thoughts on that tool?
Well, I think, Maria, that this is arguably the most powerful and fearsome policy tool in America's non-military arsenal. This is a worse nightmare for China in the sense that it's escaped for 2 decades now any focus on the money. Trade, yes. Technology, certainly. But where has been the fact that over that 20 years, there's been a multi-trillion-dollar flow, a kind of free lunch program that's defied regulation and diligence and screening. We didn't even know who was in our markets and found to our chagrin that there were a number of corporate national security and human rights abusers, many of them even already sanctioned by the United States, that are in the portfolios of well over 100 million unwitting American retail investors today. So we have now an immense new source of leverage. And